What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Monday, September 26th. And, well, there's no more days inside the Big Brother house. After 82 of them, the season has finally ended. We have a winner, and a historic winner at that. But let's kind of break down what happened in the episode. We started off with the conclusion of the first part of the HOH Wiener Fest, and listen, of course I giggled and made lots of wiener jokes last night in the watch along. Yeah, it was overall a good competition. I liked it. It was endurance. Taylor went down first, Monte second, and then Turner ends up winning part 1 of the HOH, moving himself to part 3, which we saw later on in the episode. After that, we ended up getting part 2 of the competition, which was all about putting the names of competitions in the right orders and knowing which one were the real ones and which ones were fakes. They had to kind of go along a little zip line, so there was a physical aspect to it. Speed mattered, and it really was a close one. It was a 23-second difference between Taylor and Monte, but Monte was able to pull off the win, sending himself to part 3 of the competition. But before we got to that, we got the jury segment, and this was really kind of interesting, and also I think threw a lot of people off heading on into the final vote. First off, the jury seemed like they did not respect Turner's game at all. They admitted, yeah, he won stuff, yeah, he played a little sneakily, and you know, you can respect that, but he was also playing dumb, and he never really owned any of it enough. So it seemed like if he were to have gotten to the final 2, that would have been kind of a big thing for them, is they wanted him to kind of own what he did in the game and prove to them why he would have deserved to win it. But it really seemed like he, of the 3, had the least shot to actually win coming out of that jury segment. Now remember though, because I did see a lot of people also kind of confused on like, oh no, you know, this person would have won and this person would have won. The juries are tough. They're really tough to read, especially this jury in particular. They really didn't give us much to kind of foreshadow what was to come later. And there were a lot of votes that even I think the houseguests themselves were confused at. You have to remember as well, we've been seeing the exit interviews where, you know, for example, Terrence went from hoping Taylor was following it outside the door when he was interviewed by Julie to all of his exit interviews praising Taylor on how amazing she was. So they weren't really aware of that when they were making their decisions on who they should take to the final 2. So that probably had a big impact on what happened later in the evening. Some other things, though, about the jury segment. They did seem to respect Taylor for, one, just her grace and her patience in dealing with all of the stuff that she went through from the very start of the season. They did seem to respect her social game, being up on the block so many times, but seemingly able to get into a better position every time she came off the block. So they really did seem to respect that, but they weren't 100% sure strategically, how well her game was. And Brittany even brought up when she was HOH, how many times the target flipped and moved. To be fair, that was kind of the standard MO with the leftovers. A lot of times the shift in the plan would change, but they usually end up falling on the original one. Taylor's just so happened to be even more chaotic than it normally is. And then with Monte, it seemed like he was having the most support on how well of a game player he was, both socially and his comps. But going forward, it didn't seem like they really had too much bad to say about him. And it seemed like they credited a lot of things, like Michael's eviction. Michael was very adamant that that was Monte's move, not Turner's move, when it was both of them. It was both of them. They both had a part to play in it. Yes, Monte was the one who won Veto, which secured it. But, Turner was the HOH who put him up. But Turner didn't necessarily have to put him up there and take that shot, but he did because he knew somebody had to do it. And that kind of takes us into part 3 of the HOH competition, and it continued with the change they've made recently in the past few seasons to move away from the kind of opinion, speculatory questions of like, a juror reading a question and how they would finish the answer, and it always just kind of felt like kind of a toss-up competition there at the end, and they've moved to more of a fact-based one. So this one was asking pretty much 2 truths and a lie kind of a situation, where 2 of the things they said about a juror would be correct, and then 1 of them would be incorrect, and they would have to answer which one of those. It was very close all the way up until the end, when Monte finally took a lead and then eventually got another question right. He was able to win that final part of the HOH, meaning he had the sole vote to evict and got to choose who he would sit next to in the final 2 chairs. He went on to evict Turner in what he said, what he thought was a game-winning move. It was kind of the biggest move he had to make, and he even claimed it in his jury questions that, like, this was a big move for him to send Turner out. Again, not kind of realizing how the jury's perspective on Taylor's game was going to be and how the perspective was for Turner's game. He went into that thinking Turner was the one more likely to beat him than Taylor, so he ended up taking Taylor to the final 2. The jury questions were also really good. They came at them with really good questions, you know, trying to give them the opportunity to, you know, reinforce what they should do with their vote, asking Monte, you know, what was your best move other than getting Michael out? What was your biggest blunder? Asking Taylor, you know, how she dealt with being on the block and, you know, what she felt like she did afterwards and whether or not she was able to adapt her game. And Monte, you know, he handled the questions all right, but Taylor crushed them. She was destroying those questions, really hitting them hard with really good answers. Same things with the speeches. Monte's speech, it wasn't bad. And hey, look at that. We got a new subscriber coming on in. Shh, we have a secret alliance. Don't tell anybody, but welcome on in. Thank you for the subscription. If you are also new here watching this, hit that subscribe button right down below. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You never miss a video. You never miss a stream. Anyway, we were talking about the speeches, and Monte's speech again wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It was a fairly decent speech, but Taylor hit a home run. She really did a great job of laying out her whole story from beginning to end and how she was able to persevere and be resilient inside that house, and how not only would she be a winner to represent the season, but a season that is built on resiliency and overcoming. One of just like the mic drop moments was when she said she was a sword, not a shield. She was a victor, not a victim. And she just crushed that speech. It was just phenomenal. I do think the jurors already had their mind made up beforehand, but if she didn't already have their votes, that would have been something that really would have solidified someone who was on the verge of whether or not to vote for Monte or for Taylor. And then we get to the votes, and the only person to vote for Monte was Turner. It was an 8-1 victory for Taylor. It was almost a clean sweep. She becomes the first Black winner of Big Brother. She becomes the first winner who is also America's favorite house guest, meaning her total grand prize is $80K. Or 800K, excuse me. More than that. It was more than 80. It was more than 80. 800K. Just incredible. She's also the first person in BBUS. It has been done in Big Brother Canada, actually, just recently in Big Brother Canada 10, where the person who was nominated week 1 went on to win the whole show. So she's the second person in all of Big Brother North America to do it, first in BBUS to do it. And what an incredible story it really was, from the dress she wore on finale night being a huge topic night 1 in the house, where the other girls convinced her to put it on when she didn't want to, and told her, yeah, go walk around in it, only to then later use that against her, saying, can you believe she was putting on her finale dress and acting like she's all that, to then being in the finale when all of the people who went against her, one by one, would leave the house. Every single one of the people who went against her, who tried to nominate her at any point in the game, all fell to her, and she ends up walking away as the winner of Big Brother 24. And again, even Dr. Will said in the jury segment, it's very rare that you see all 3 of the finalists in Big Brother be worthy of winning. And I think that was true here. It was all 3 of these individuals, Monte, Turner, and Taylor, all had a reason why you could say, yeah, they deserve to be the winner of Big Brother, but it was Taylor who ends up walking away with the crown. And just a wonderful, wonderful bookend to a fantastic season overall. Now, this does complete our coverage of Big Brother 24, except there will be one more Big Brother 24 video on this channel. I'm going to be doing a retrospect, kind of going week by week, looking over, you know, the alliances that formed, people's gameplay. Obviously, trying to focus a little bit on Taylor to try and see if we can see all the things that went into her winning Big Brother 24, but that's going to be a fun kind of long video, so keep an eye out for that. It should be out this week. On Wednesday, we will have another recap for Survivor, and then I think what I'm going to do is Wednesday nights, I'll post the Survivor recap, and then Thursday morning / afternoon, I'm going to throw up the Amazing Race recap, since both of them air on Thursdays. We have even more stuff that's going to be coming in down the pipeline. We've got the challenge, which is going to be starting up next month, as well as the Mole revival on Netflix. We'll definitely be covering that on the channel as well. So the content's not ending, and there will also be more Big Brother videos that I kind of want to put out, kind of going over different topics. If there's anything Big Brother related that you would like to see me do a video on, let me know in those comments down below. I've already got a few lined up, but any other ideas are always greatly welcomed. Now, we do have lots of links that you can follow down in the description, a pinned comment down below as well. My Twitter, my Twitch, and my Discord. You can join all of those and follow along with everything that kind of goes on in the Ori universe that we have going on here. And I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you, whether you've been following the channels from my sporadic updates that I would do from Big Brother 22 to 23, Big Brother Canada 9 and 10, to just following along on this journey, whether you came during this season or the very beginning. I just want to thank each and every one of you for showing the incredible support you have to this channel this season. Honestly, it's what's kept me going, was all of you kind of supporting and showing all that love in each and every single one. So I can't thank you enough for all of that. And as always, I will see you next time.